Good morning, students. We will see the few numericals on the last topic, and that numericals on the stator slots as well as the number of stator slot and core dimension. See the third numerical. Estimate stator core dimension. Estimate stator core dimension. Number of stator slots and the number of stator conductor per slot for 100 kilowatt, for 100 kilowatt, 3300 volt, 50 hertz, 12 pole, star connected slip ring induction motor. Star connected slip ring induction motor. Assume the average gap density. Assume average gap density equals to 0.4 Weber per meter square. Conductors per meter equals to 25,000 ampere per meter. Efficiency equals to 0.9 and power factor equals to 0.9. kW equals to 0.96. Choose main dimensions to give best power factor. To choose best power factor, we have to design the stator core dimensions for the best power factor. The slot loading should not exceed 500 ampere conductors. The slot loading should not exceed 500 ampere conductors. Next step is to collect the data given. So what is given? The stator core dimensions. Estimate the stator core dimension means capital D and capital L. Number of stator slots, that is SS. Number of stator conductors, that is the ZSS per slot for a 100 kilowatt, that is the rating given. VL equals to 3300 volt. Frequency equals to 50 hertz. Number of poles equals to 12. The slip ring induction motor is star connected. Up till now, in the last two numericals, we have studied the two numericals, which is started by the star delta starter, means what? At the time of starting, the connected in delta. But in this numerical, the star connected slip ring induction motor. So then average flux density equals to 0.4 Weber per meter square. Then conductors per meter, AC equals to 25,000 ampere per meter, efficiency equals to 0.9, cos phi equals to 0.9, kW equals to 0.96. Now see the solution. kVA input equals to kilowatt divided by efficiency into cos phi. So what is kilowatt? Kilowatt equals to 100, efficiency equals to 0.9, cos phi equals to 0.9, hence kVA input equals to 123.46. Then next name is to calculate the coefficient CO. So what is the formula for CO? 11 into kW into V average into AC into 10 to the power minus 3. 11 is the constant, kW equals to 0.96, V average equals to 0.4, AC equals to 25,000 into 10 to the power minus 3. So in this way you will get the value of CO. CO equals to 105.6. Then next time is to calculate the speed in RPS, that is 2 multiplied by 50 divided by 12. So you will get the speed in RPS equals to 8.33 RPS. Then calculate D square L. D square L equals to capital Q divided by CO into NS. So capital Q equals to 123.46. 123.46 divided by CO 105.6. NS 8.33. In this way you will get the value of D square L equals to 143.40.35 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So what is our next step? Next step is to choose the value of the constant. So value of the constant tau equals to, for the base power factor, is root over 0.18 L. So for the base power factor, tau is root over 0.18 L. And what is tau? Tau equals to pi d by 12. So what does it mean? Pi d by 12 equals to root over 0.18 L. So in this way you will get the value of D equals to 12 multiplied by root over 0.18 L divided by pi. So D square equals to 2.63 L. So put the value of D in this equation. So D square L equals to this much. So put the value of D. So if you put the value of D, then you will get the value, that is D, that is 2.6 L. D equals to 2.6 L. One of the L will be it becomes L multiplied by L. It becomes L square. So D square equals to 2.63 L. D square equals to 2.63 L. Then what is the equation? 2.63 L square. 2.63 L square, which is equals to 140.4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So in this way, you will get the value of L and D. So next thing is to calculate the phi m. So phi m equals to V average into L into tau. Why we are calculating the phi m? Because to calculate the TS, we have to use the ES, formula of ES. In that ES, we require the phi m. So in this way, phi m equals to 0.01871, which is equals to 18.71 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, or ES equals to 33,000 divided by root 3. Why 33 divided by root 3? Because now the slip ring induction motor is star connected. In the previous two numerical, this was delta connected. That's why whatever the ES, line voltage equals to phase voltage. In this, we have to calculate the phase voltage. Why? Our aim is to calculate the number of turns per phase. To calculate the number of turns per phase, we require the value of stator EMF in phase. So that's why 3300, that is the stator voltage, line stator voltage divided by root 3, that will be the 101905.26 volt will be the stator voltage per phase. So by using this stator voltage per phase, so what is our next step? Next step is to calculate the turns per phase. So next step is to calculate the number of turns per phase. So we have the value of ES, 4.44 is the constant, F is the supply frequency, we have the value of phi m as well as the kW. So we have the equation TS equals to ES equals to 4.44 F phi m kW into TS. So you will get the TS equals to ES divided by 4.44 F phi m into kW. So we have the ES equals to 1905.25, 4.44 is the constant, supply frequency F is given 50, phi m we have evaluated 18.72 into 10 to the power minus 3, and value of kW equals to 0.96. So in this way, we have the value of ES equals to 477.49. Then the total number of stator conductors. The total number of stator conductors is given by 6 multiplied by 477.49. That is total number of stator conductors equals to 2865.34. Now the slot pitch varies between 15 to 25 mm. Slot pitch varies between 15 to 25 mm. So in this way, you can calculate the number of stator slots. Number of stator slots. How will you calculate? That is pi d divided by value of slot pitch. Value of slot pitch. So we have pi, then we have the value of d equals to 0.78 millimeter, that is 10 to the power of 3 meter divided by 25. So in this way, you will get the value of slot pitch for the 25 millimeter equals to 98.01, and for 15 millimeter, pi into 0.78 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 15, that is the 163. Means what? The stator slots lies between 98 to 163. If the number of slots per phase equals to 2, you will get the 72. Number of slots per phase, if you choose the 3, then you will get the stator slot equals to 108. Number of slots per pole 4 equals to 4, you will get the stator slots equals to 144. Number of slots per pole per phase equals to 5, then you will get the stator slots equals to 180. So what does it mean? In between 10 or 144. 108 or 144. Though in between the 98 to 163, if you choose the number of slot per phase equals to 2, 3, 4, 5, you will get these two values. Means what? it is varying from 98 to 163, means 108 to 144. If you choose the number of stator slots equals to 108, then ZSS equals to 26.52. Then IS equals to 100 into 10 to the power 3 divided by root 3 into VL into cos phi into kW. So IS equals to 20.24. Then slot loading equals to ISS multiplied by ZSS, which is equals to 537 ampere. And 537 ampere is beyond our limit. Because we have to choose the main dimension to give the best power factor. The slot loading should not exceed 500 ampere conductors. So here the slot loading, the ISS into ZSS beyond the limit of 500 ampere. That's why you have to choose the second option, that stator slots equals to 144, hence ZSS equals to 19.89. Then slot loading equals to 402 ampere. How will you calculate the slot loading? That is ISS multiplied by ZSS. So if you calculate the ISS multiplied by ZSS, that will be equals to 402 ampere. Hence 144 slots with 20 conductor per slot will be the value of stator slots or the conductor per slot to choose the main dimension to give the best power factor, and the slot loading not exceed beyond the 500 ampere. We are getting the 402 ampere. Now see the next numerical. See the fourth numerical. Calculate the main dimensions D and L for 5 horsepower, 3 phase, 400 volt, 50 Hz, 1440 RPM, 4 pole, squirrel cage induction motor. Specific magnetic loading equals to 0.5 Weber per meter square. Specific electric loading equals to 20,000. Full load efficiency equals to 85%. Full load power factor equals to 0.8 lagging. Rotor of L divided by pole pitch equals to 1.5 and kW equals to 0.95. So first of all, collect the given data. Our aim is to calculate the capital T, capital L. Rating of the motor is high horsepower, 3 phase, VL equals to 400 volt, F equals to 50 Hz, N equals to 1440 RPM, T equals to 4. Specific magnetic loading equals to 0.5 Weber per meter square. Specific electric loading equals to 20,000. Full load efficiency equals to 85%, means 0.85. Full load power factor equals to 0.8 lagging. L by pole pitch equals to 1.5 and kW equals to 0.95. So how will you proceed? So first of all, calculate the main dimensions. kVA input Q equals to kilowatt divided by efficiency multiplied by cos phi. So kilowatt is given, that is in horsepower. So how will you convert the horsepower into kilowatt? Multiply 0.746 to horsepower, so it becomes in kilowatt. Efficiency is given 0.85, cos phi equals to 0.8. In this way you will get the input kVA input Q equals to 5.48. So next thing is to calculate the output coefficient CO. So coefficient CO equals to 11 point multiplied by kilowatt multiplied by V average multiplied by AC into 10 to the power minus 3. So 11 multiplied by 0.95 multiplied by 0.5 multiplied by 20,000 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. So in this way you will get the value of output coefficient equals to 10.45. So what is our next thing? Next thing is to calculate the speed in RPS. How will you calculate? 2 into F divided by P. The number of poles are given, that is equals to 4, F equals to 50. So you will get the speed in RPS equals to 25 RPS. Then we have the next relation, D square L equals to capital Q divided by CO into NS. So which is equals to 5.48 divided by CO, that is 104.5 into NS equals to 25. So D square L equals to 2.097 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So for good overall design, the ratio L by tau equals to 1. So we have designed for good power factor, for good efficiency. Now we are going to design for the overall good design. So overall good design, for the overall good design, the ratio L by tau equals to 1. Tau equals to pi d by p. So L by pi d by p equals to 1. L by d equals to 1 multiplied by pi, then divided by p. So L by d equals to 0.7875. Hence, the value of d equals to third root of 2.66 into 10 to the power minus 3. So if you put the value of L in this equation, so d multiplied by 0.7875, so you will get the d cube equals to 0.7875. So in this way, you will get d square. If you put the L equals to d 0.7875, so you will get the equation, that is d cube equals to 2.097 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 0.7875, that becomes 2.66 into 10 to the power minus 3. Then to calculate the d, we have the third root of 2.66 into 10 to the power minus 3 equals to 0.1385. Then put the value of d in this equation, you will get the value of L. Then voltage equals to tau equals to pi d divided by p. So pi multiplied by d equals to 0.1385 divided by 4, and tau equals to 0.1021. So in this way, you can design for the good overall design by assuming L by tau equals to 1. So this is the numerical on the main dimension, that is d and L. So now we will see the last numerical on this topic, and that will be the end of unit number 4. See the last numerical on unit number 4. A 15 kilowatt 440 volt 4 pole 50 Hz 3 phase induction motor is built with a stator bore of 0.25 meter, means capital D is given, core length of 0.16, that is capital L. The specific electric loading is 23,000 ampere conductors per meter, that is AC. Using the data of this machine, determine the dimensions and number of stator slots and number of stator conductors for 11 kilowatt 460 volt 6 pole 50 Hz motor. Assume the full load efficiency of 84% and the power factor of 0.82. For each machine, the winding factor is 0.955. So what is our first step? First step is to calculate the dimension for the 15 kilowatt. So the rating is given 15 kilowatt, VL equals to 440, P equals to 4, F equals to 50 Hz, 3 phase induction motor, capital D equals to 0.25 meter, capital L equals to 0.16, AC equals to 23,000, capital D we have to calculate, capital L we have to calculate, then stator slots we have to calculate, then stator conductors per slot we have to calculate. For rating of 11 kilowatt, VL equals to 460, number of poles equals to 6, F equals to 50 Hz, full load efficiency equals to 84%, power factor equals to 0.82, and kilowatt, the winding factor equals to 0.955. Solution. So first of all, calculate the Q, kW upon efficiency into cos phi. By the first rating of the motor, you will get the value of Q equals to 21.78. Calculate NS, calculate CO, capital Q divided by D square L NS. You will get the CO, that is the output coefficient equals to 87.2. From this CO 87.2, our aim is to calculate the B average. Why? Because CO is 87.2, 11 is the constant, kW equals to 0.955, B average is unknown, AC equals to 23,000 into 10 to the power minus 3. In this way, you will get the value of B average equals to 0.36 Weber per meter square. Then try to calculate the pole pitch. Pole pitch tau equals to pi d by p. So pi into d divided by 4. So tau equals to 0.1963 and L by tau equals to 0.16 divided by 0.1963. So L by tau equals to 0.815. So this is the first part of the numerical. Now we have to determine the dimension, number of stator slots and number of stator conductors for 11 kilowatt, 460 volt, 6 pole, 50 hertz motor. Now we have to simplify for the second motor. Now see the next part of the numerical. In the next part of the numerical, we have to use the same data for the previous motor, that is for the 15 kilowatt, and to calculate the values of dimensions for the 11 kilowatt 460 volt 6 pole 50 hertz motor. So use the same data, means what? We have the average flux density of 0.36 Weber per meter square, then AC equals to 23,000, L by tau equals to 0.817, output coefficient CO equals to 87.2. Now we have to calculate the speed in RPS for number of poles equals to 6. Why? Because second motor having the number of poles equals to 6, previous was having the 4 pole. So NS equals to 2F by P, 2 into 50 divided by 6 equals to 16.67 RPS. So new value of Q equals to 11 divided by 0.84 into 0.82, that is 15.96. Why? Because in the first motor the value of rating equals to 15 kilowatt, for this motor 11 kilowatt. So you will get the value of D square L equals to Q divided by CO into NS, which is equals to 0.01097 or approximately equals to 0.011, or you can write D square is equals to 11 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, and the ratio L by D equals to 0.185 into pi by 6. So you will get the value of L by tau equals to 0.427, or if you put the value L by tau equals to 0.427, or L equals to D multiplied by 0.427 in this equation, then you will get the D cube 0.427 equals to 11 into 10 to the power minus 3. So in this way you will get the value of the dimension capital D and capital L. Then the number of stator slot lies between 25 mm and 15 mm. So in this way you will get the slots equals to in between 37 to 63. So stator slots equals to number of phases multiplied by number of poles multiplied by 3 equals to 54. So phi m equals to the average flux density into L into tau. We have the average flux density equals to 0.36. We have the value of L and we have the value of tau also. So in this way you will get the value of phi m 7.07 into 10 to the power minus 3 Weber. Now we have to calculate the number of stator conductors per phase or the number of turns per phase. For that purpose you have to use the value of ES, as the motor is delta connected, that's why there will not be any change in the line voltage and the phase voltage. So TS equals to ES divided by 4.44 F phi m kW. So we have ES equals to 460 volt, 4.44, 50, phi m, we have the value of phi m, then 7.07 into 10 to the power minus 3, then kW is same, that is the 0.955. In this way you will get the value of TS. So what is our next step? Next step is to calculate the ZS, that is the total number of stator conductors per phase. So we have the TS equals to total number of turns per phase equals to 306. So if you require the total turns, so multiply by 3, and if you require the total conductors, multiply by 2. So in this way you will get the value of ZS equals to 1841.33. Now what is the next step? Next step is to calculate the conductors per slot. So we have the number of slots equals to 54. So total conductors divided by number of slots equals to the conductor per slot. Then using the conductor per slot, we have the 54 multiplied by 34. So 54 will be the are the stator slots and 34 is nothing but the conductor per slot. So you will get the total conductors equals to 1836. Now we have to calculate the number of turns, then total number of stator turns, then per pole. So 1836 divided by 2, that will be the total number of turns, and per pole means 2 into 3, that is 6, that is the 306. So in this way you can calculate the dimension of the second motor by using the given data of the first motor. So with this numerical, our fourth unit completed. Now in the next class we are going to start our fifth unit. Thank you class.